Yo, we're back.
We are
All three
back.
of us this time.
Yeah.
It's about
How you
time.
boys doing?
Yeah, all good, man.
All good, man. How about yourself?
All good too, man. Yeah, thanks for doing it today as well. I'm in Barcelona tomorrow, so I wouldn't have been able to do it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only
Nice.
there for like 2 days, so
hmm Is that
Nice,
the one
man.
you? Yeah. Is that the one you going to with your boys, or is it like a work thing?
yeah. Nah, this is a work. This is just a chill pool
Mm,
party. Just eat some food, and
Mm-hmm.
that's it really. Yeah, I'm not even bringing my laptop, so no work this weekend.
nice.
Oh, man, that's nice.
Yeah.
Super
Yeah,
relaxed and chilled.
Proper switch off.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. But because I'm going with, it's just like four guys that are going, so it's probably going to be a lot of drinking and
Mm-hmm.
then a lot of suffering the next day, and then a lot of crying on Monday when I've got to get back to it.
Fair,
Yeah.
man.
Can't handle it anymore, man.
Man,
Old man.
hangovers take like 2 week, like a week, or like at least 3 or 4 days to recover from nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like you might not feel shit 2 days after, but I feel like mentally I'm just not there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it just takes a while to get back into
Like-
full like work mode.
Yeah. You just
Yeah.
feel like kind of foggy.
Yeah, 100%. But it's
Mm.
only every now and again that something like this happens, so prepared for it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get your mind right. Just know, like, yeah, this is gonna happen. It's what it is.
Yeah, of course. Just accept it. It should be
Yeah.
sick though. It should be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
What you been on? You guys been up to?
Like this week, just bundle week, man. Just trying to wrap up this bundle. I'm like 95% there. I've just got a few
Mm-hmm.
sounds to finish off. Most things are like named right and tempo synced and everything. Chorus is ready. So yeah, just doing some finishing touches to the drum kit. I just need to mix some drum breaks and then should be good, man. So I think that's why I'm allowing this little holiday this weekend because I know I'm kind of finished with the bundle. Pretty
Yeah.
much anyway. I've still got some other stuff to do. But yeah, I've just been working on that. How about you?
Nice.
Me? To be honest, nothing much. Kind of the same thing. I'm just trying to load up on a lot of tracks.
Mm,
And I'm pretty much in that phase right now. I've kind of just given myself, I think I might have mentioned it last week or the week before, but just like a few weeks to just make music and make music only.
yeah.
Make content too, but really just focused on YouTube at the moment, just my YouTube
Right.
videos. And I'm gonna like switch the mindset maybe in like 2 weeks to where, okay, I've made some tracks. Let's focus on like the next thing.
Right. Okay. Do you
What's
work
the
better
what's
like that? Like working for a couple of weeks on one thing and then switching it to something else? Or do you
Mm,
work better kind of spreading it out in one week?
to
Like
be honest,
Monday, YouTube.
this is one of the first times that I'm trying this in a while because
Oh,
before I
okay.
used to just split the week like this instead. So I'd do YouTube video Monday. Well, this was like 2 years ago. Music YouTube video Monday, Wednesday, and then samples or beats Thursday, Friday, and Tuesday.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying something new. See how it is. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see.
I guess you don't know until you try.
Yeah.
Are you going to be dropping the
Interesting,
tracks as
man.
well? Like house? Are they house tracks?
Yeah, they're kind of they're a bit more, probably a bit more trancey or a bit more techno.
Mm.
I'm not sure when I'm going to drop them though, because from doing a lot of research and speaking to people, it seems like labels are a very big thing in this world, releasing on certain labels and stuff. So
Yeah.
I've been speaking to labels and stuff like that, but we'll see. I'm not like 100% sure the way how it's going to drop yet.
Okay. Nice.
What are you planning on dropping? Is it going to be a project or just singles?
Not too sure yet. The only thing I have been dropping is just random throwaways on SoundCloud. It's like
Yeah.
random remixes and stuff like that. But in terms of my actual proper releases, I'm still trying to figure out the best way to go about that. So that
Yeah.
might come a bit later on down in the year.
What's SoundCloud like now? I haven't used SoundCloud in a long time or uploaded anything there. Has it got a big
Yeah,
audience
so
still?
I thought it was completely dead, but it turns out, especially in like the electronic world and underground music, is a huge, massive part to building the audience and kind of getting your name out there.
Oh,
People
really?
just remixing stuff and hoping for it to get a lot of plays, and then off the back of that, kinds of it turns into something.
Mm.
Mm.
Whether that's getting bookings or having these labels hit you up to drop on their labels. It's a really kind of different world, to be honest, to like the hip hop stuff. It's interesting. I'm
Mm.
kind of
With
doing a
SoundCloud,
video.
do people pick up on, like, the labels pick up on the remixes that you do, or not the labels, like the copyright owners? So do you get
No, that's
copyrights
the
like you do on YouTube?
no, that's the thing with SoundCloud. You can upload remixes and stuff like that because I think SoundCloud is trying to be a bit different from Spotify. It's trying to be
Right.
more just like a social network in a way
Mm.
Mm.
because you can leave like comments and stuff like that and shares on
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah,
I think they're trying to brand themselves more like that. But
that makes sense.
I'm gonna do a video. I'm kind of documenting like this whole journey
Yeah.
of doing this stuff. So eventually that will come out and kind of explain like this whole what I'm trying to do basically.
Yeah, I think that'll be sick. 'Cause like you said, it's a different world to what we're used to. Me
Yeah,
especially, or anyone just in the hip hop world. Well, we had the SoundCloud days though, didn't we? In hip hop, like
yeah,
who were the big
Yeah.
artists that came up through
So
SoundCloud? Was it people like
XXX.
Lil Pump?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lil
yeah.
Pump.
XXX, and those type of
XXX,
guys.
Yeah.
Lil Peep.
Lil
Yeah,
Peep.
Basically, everyone with face tattoos and like colored dreads. That
Yeah.
was the era.
That was the
yeah, it was.
SoundCloud rapper era, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Did Lil Uzi come
yeah.
through
When everyone
SoundCloud?
was, oh, did it?
he might have been just before.
Yeah. I'm
Maybe.
trying to think.
I feel like Trippy Red might have come through SoundCloud.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's got that
Yeah,
kind of vibe, I guess.
people were blowing up back then.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I wasn't really active back then with pushing music anyway, so I
Yeah,
missed that whole kind of. I seen it happening, but I didn't get involved. Like I was never really uploaded to SoundCloud like that.
Yeah.
I did back in the day, but I was doing K-pop remixes into like trap,
Mm.
and I can't lie, they were completely taken off. They were
Yeah.
getting like some got a couple 100,000. Like a lot of them, most of them got at least like 50K plays.
Oh,
Damn.
that's mad. Is that when you
Did
were
you
doing it on TikTok as well? Or this would have been
Yeah,
before that, really.
this was like 27, nah, maybe 2019, 2018. And
Right.
that's the thing as well. Like my SoundCloud followers is all of that kind of era.
Oh,
So
okay. Yeah.
yeah, it's a bit
Yeah.
different now. It's a bit
It's a
mad.
switch up from them. That's interesting. What you LB? What you been working on?
Just the kit at the minute, the 808 kit. So I'm just wrapping that up. I've got to add like some more MIDI, something like 808 MIDI, and then I'm gonna put in some like bass one shots as like a bonus, and then maybe like a little
Yeah.
maybe just like a little either like cook up or like just a mini course on like how I do my 808s, how I mix my 808s and all that kind of stuff. Just like a very quick one, like 20-minute, like crash course thing. And then yeah, it's pretty much done. I just need to
Yeah.
do just working on the artwork. I've got Beats by Danny. I've got him helping me out with the artwork.
Oh, okay.
And then just making the sales page and all that kind of stuff after that, and then yeah, good to go. And then after that, I'm dropping the song.
Got you.
Finally.
Finally,
The
yes.
music
Yeah.
video that you've done.
Yeah.
Bro, you've been sitting on that for I don't even know how long now.
It's fucking. I made it in like.
It's
When did I
collecting
make
dust.
it? I think it was November 22. So it's well over a year and a half.
That's mad.
To be honest, I
Yeah.
thought it was way longer. So that's all right.
Yeah.
What's been putting you off?
Honestly, nothing related to the song. Really, it was just more dropping kits and doing different different
Yeah.
stuff like for YouTube. That was always taking priority. So, and you always need like a good 2 to 3 weeks to like promote it before it drops. Or I
Yeah, of
guess
course.
you know what I mean. Just have like a good block of time to promote it. So I was like, yeah, I'll just drop it. I'll drop a kit and then I'll do it. I'll drop the song for summer and then yeah, just do it that way.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I hear that. Are you going to start releasing more after that? Or does it depend on how this one does?
I guess just depends on how this one does. Like, yeah, it's nothing. I'm not. It's similar to like your kind of mindset with the love and war thing. Like, just gonna put it out, see what happens, and
Yeah.
then kind of react off of that. But yeah, I've got like no
Yeah, of
major.
course.
Yeah, I've got no major plans. It'll just be kind of like a side thing at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a lane that you'd want to go down, more like an artist kind of route?
Potentially, I definitely need like a ghostwriter because like that took me ages to make that first one. I'll need like more of a smooth,
Hmm.
more of a smooth process next time. But yeah, I wouldn't not write, I wouldn't write it off basically. So yeah, potentially, yeah. I
Do you think it's
mean,
harder for an artist to blow up or a producer these days? Or to just grow a brand in general?
Probably an artist.
I think.
yeah, yeah, I'd say an artist.
There's yeah, to get attention, I feel like it could be tougher. There's just so many artists.
Mm.
But so many producers too. I
True.
wonder if there's more producers than artists these days.
I don't know.
I don't actually know if anyone's got that information, but there's actually like so many producers now because it's so accessible. But I guess rapping's accessible as well. Same
Mm.
way producing is. Like all you need is a laptop and a mic, and you're good to
Literally.
Yeah,
go. Really.
yeah, I
And you
don't
can just
know.
get beats off of YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it'd probably be equal. I think there'd be like a lot of producers, but not like a lot of good producers, and then there's like a lot of artists, but not a lot of good artists, or like the ratio of
Hmm.
actual like ones that have got potential or like got a solid brand and kind of aware of the marketing side of things and all that kind of stuff is probably
Yeah.
equal. Like there's a lot of producers that there's this. I mean, you've probably heard them in like your live streams and stuff, or like doing beat critiques. Like there's a lot of producers that are really good, but no profile picture, no marketing, and then there's some producers that maybe have got some good like clips and stuff, but the beats aren't very good, and there's never like a huge
Hmm.
pool of people that have got everything, that can do the marketing side of it, the branding, got good beats, good content. Um, yeah,
Yeah. The same
so I
way
guess
with artists as well. Really, you'll get some
yeah,
really good artists who just don't know how to get themselves out there and brand themselves right, and then you have some people that are trying like the right way to brand themselves, but the music's just not that
music's
great.
just yeah,
So that's why I was thinking it's kind of tough for both,
Yeah,
really.
mm,
especially as an artist, you kind of have to be. You can't just be an artist anymore. You have to do
No,
everything.
yeah,
You have to be your
100%.
PR person. You have to be your visionary. You have to be your writer. It's very tough in the beginning to have all of those pieces in place,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Do you,
definitely.
I
and
think
then
And
I
you
that's
have
where
to
heard
a
build your
label comes in
buzz.
for some people.
Yeah,
yeah.
but even then, these days, like it seems labels want you to have some sort of buzz before they jump in because they want to have a
Yeah,
bit more like, oh yeah, this is a bit promising. He's getting a few numbers. We can invest in this. It's a
they
bit
just want to
more
add fuel to the
certain.
fire, essentially, don't they?
Yeah, I'm sure there probably are some labels that completely build artists from scratch, but I don't know how
I don't know
common
if
that
there
is these
are anymore.
days.
It's very rare that that would happen, if it
Yeah,
happens like at all.
Yeah, is artist development even a thing these days? I feel like artists are developing themselves.
I'd maybe say it'd be for
Yeah,
like
I don't know if it is.
a generational talent. Someone that is so different, like, or I don't know, maybe someone like Justin Bieber's kind of level, but maybe even better than that nowadays. I don't know. It's almost like,
But to find them, they're probably getting
yeah,
recognition online anyway, so that's when they jump in.
that's
Because
true.
it's not like back in the day, they'd have to send A&Rs to like shows, like live performances, and
Mm.
really try and scout these people.
Mm,
But now they're just probably browsing through TikTok and seeing who's
That's
popping
exactly
there and
yeah.
who's popping on Instagram. But then
yeah,
at that point, they're already getting a bit of a buzz.
yeah, that's true. Maybe like I'm talking maybe like those scenarios where it's just not planned at all. Like an A&R might be
Hmm.
just going about their day, getting their morning coffee, and then they might even just see someone
Yeah.
busking for like their first time, and they're like just ridiculously talented. Like they've got the image, they've got everything, but just literally no one knows about them. Or like, do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like once in a like Usain Bolt, like Michael Jordan, like that once in a
Mm.
lifetime, like very, very, very lucky situation. But yeah, I guess for the most part, it would just be like having a brand, having a social media presence. Prior to that, having the numbers. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it for sure.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard that new Drake song?
I think I might have heard it this morning. Actually, is it
No.
like
I was
it's
so
someone's
confused
song,
when I
right?
heard it. It's like that, you know that Hey There Delilah.
Yeah,
What's it
that's
like in New
it.
York
That's it.
City?
Yeah.
It's like a remix of that.
What?
I heard it, and I thought it was AI at first. I was like, "There's no
But
way
is
this
it
could
not
be
AI?
serious." Nah, it's Drake. He
What
posted it
Drake?
on his story.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, it's legit him. I think anyway. See,
Oh, I thought it
I
was
heard
just
it
an
and I was
AI
like, "There's no way
person.
this is it." Because I was like, after the whole Kendrick thing, this is what he's gonna drop. I just didn't think it was serious. And then
Yeah.
I seen a couple reaction videos, and then I went to Drake's story, and yeah, he'd posted it on his story, so I'm assuming it's him. I think what happened was there was this guy like going viral on TikTok with that song,
Hmm.
um, and then Drake jumped on the remix because the guy's from Toronto, and they're talking about Toronto in the track. So I
Yeah.
think it was more like a parody song. I don't think he was trying to be serious. I think he was putting it out serious, but as a parody, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
But still,
Yeah, because it doesn't sound like a song. Do you know what I mean?
nah, he's put like a
It
mad
sounds
accent on it.
like a joke.
Yeah, literally.
I
What?
need to
It
hear
seems
this.
like weird timing for him to drop that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah,
I
have a
need to
listen.
hear
That'll
it.
be when you when we jump off this. It's so weird.
I
Like
need
when
to
you
hear
hear
it.
it, when there's no context and you just hear it, you're like, what is going on?
What's it
It's
called?
like Kendrick's just destroyed Drake. Um, Good question.
It's not
I
on
forgot what
YouTube.
the
I
other
mean,
guy's called as well.
just go on Spotify.
Uh, just type in like Drake Delilah song or something. Oh, it's called Wagwan Delilah
What? Okay, one
with
sec.
Snow Day.
What? Oh, go on. Is it on Spotify?
I'm not sure. I'm
I'll
not
try it on
sure.
YouTube.
You know the original song though, don't you?
Yeah,
That Hey There
yeah, yeah,
Delilah. What's it like in New
yeah.
York City? Yeah, you'll recognize it when you hear this.
All right, I'm gonna take a listen now. Is it like a hip hop beat, like a trap beat?
Nah, it's
Nah.
literally Hey There Delilah.
Okay.
I wish we could play it on here without getting the copyright claim. One thing I've always wondered is how reaction video channels get get money from their channel because like every video is
Surely
going
it
to
must
get
be
copyright claimed,
demonetized. Yeah,
huh?
surely it must be completely demonetized, right?
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I think they do earn money like that. No Life Shack, I always watch his videos, and I know he's making bread from it. But I just don't know how. The
Hmm.
only thing I could think of is maybe people paying him to review tracks. Because I bet labels
Oh
want the
yeah,
reactions from those type of people, so they might reach out with a bag to actually react to the song.
yeah.
So maybe they can't monetize the video, but they just get money from that.
Unless there's a way around, like the way you might play the audio, maybe you have to like keep cutting it or something. But yeah, no idea.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I've just always wondered it when I've watched those videos because people like do it. There's some people who've got like millions of subscribers doing it, thinking they
Hmm.
must be making bread, but it's so hard to monetize the videos. Because I think when Kendrick put out one of like the later diss tracks, I can't remember which one it was, against Drake. I think that No Life Shack was saying that Kendrick said that people could claim all the money from it, from the reaction videos. He didn't want the labels to copyright claim them. So for like a month, he was able to monetize that video and it was going viral. So obviously he was making good money from it. And then I think the label changed their mind after, and then the copyright claimed everyone. So they had like a month of earning from it, and then straight after that, he just got demonetized again. Must have been a good month during it, but still.
Yeah, maybe that could be a thing. You know, when a track first drops,
Mm.
maybe there's a way that the huge reaction channels can get some sort of monetization for like the first week or something, because it's quite beneficial to the promotion of the song when you think about it.
Oh, definitely. A
Mm.
lot of people just go straight to the reaction video before even hearing the song. Feel like humans are a lot of people. They need to hear someone else's opinion on something before they make their own opinion. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like they'll watch the
Yeah,
reaction, and if that guy likes it, then yeah, it's a good song. But if not, then it's not. It's like they can't make up their own decision. They need to see what
yeah.
everyone else is feeling first.
I think that's why comments are so huge on stuff like TikTok and YouTube as well. Because
Yeah,
imagine if we didn't have if we didn't have any comments, I feel like the fun would be kind of taken out of it a little bit.
yeah,
yeah, it would. We definitely need them.
We,
Remember
we
when
like to
we
see
used to
like
have
how
the
it impacts
dislikes
people.
visible on
Yeah,
YouTube as well?
mm.
But then that would throw you off too, because you'd click on a song, and if it had like loads of dislikes in your head, you're automatically thinking, oh, I'm not gonna like this.
yeah.
But at least now you can actually just hear it and try and make a judgment before you read the comments.
That's true.
Do they show the amount of likes? I don't. I can't even remember now.
Not for the
Yeah, this.
viewer. You can see it in your studio, but not for the viewer.
Hmm.
Oh wait,
Well, you
oh,
can see
can they see the
likes.
likes? They can't
You
see
can see
dislikes.
likes.
Sorry,
You can't
yeah,
see
I thought you
dislikes
meant
yet.
dislikes. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can see the number of likes.
Mm.
If I go on a video, yeah, you could just see number of likes, but not dislikes.
I saw a video of Marquez
Fair
Brownie talking
enough.
about that, and he said it was like he thought it was a bad move by YouTube to take that off because his like take on it was that if um if a video kind of takes off and it's got a lot of dislikes, let's say it was like I don't know. I think his point was that it's like a good way to be more efficient when you're looking for information, but he wasn't really. I guess he was just coming from one perspective of like, if you're looking for a tutorial and it's got a lot of dislikes, you just move on to the next one without having to sit and watch all the way through it to find like the
But maybe
to find like the good
that's where
stuff.
the
So,
algorithm comes in these days. Because as
yeah,
soon as
Yeah,
as soon as you search for something, all the best videos will come to the top naturally, and all the crappy ones will be at the bottom.
yeah,
And
yeah,
the
that's
that's
way
true.
true.
the way we watch videos these days, I think I could speak for most people. We kind of, if we're looking for something that we want, like an answer from something, we're scrubbing through the video. Like our finger is on the
Yeah, yeah,
timeline trying to find like where's he talking about it, or double tapping to quickly past 10 seconds to see like when did they get to the point.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
And it's even got that little graph thing. Do you ever notice that in the YouTube video?
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
shows
the
Lets you
the
most.
see the
most replayed
hotspots.
parts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Definitely.
I heard an interesting take on, I think it was Samir and Colin podcast years ago, where they were suggesting there should be an option for on YouTube on your channel that you can put, you toggle a switch and it says that this creator's on a break, and it
Mm,
kind of like locks your channel in. So when you come back, your channel's not dead. Because a lot of creators are scared that if they walk away for, let's say, a month, 2 months break, they'll come back and that's it. Everything's gone. Gonna have to rebuild
yeah.
from the beginning. And there was actually a good video by Eldre the other day on his YouTube channel where he was talking about like the content creator trap, where it feels like you're in it, you get into it, you start creating content, money starts flowing, but you feel like you're a slave to it now, that you can't
Yeah,
really
yeah,
take
Mm.
a step away because as soon as you walk away, it will crumble. What do you think about
yeah.
that?
I hear that. I think I watched that video as well. Is that the one where he was just kind of saying that he feels a bit lost at the moment
Yeah.
with where he's going? It was. Yeah, yes.
Mm,
Yeah, it was a good video. I could definitely relate to some parts. Um,
mm.
because yeah, for that exact reason. Like I'm so scared to ever take a break. Like I've never missed a week of uploading, like since I started. And in my head, I'm like, if I miss an upload, that's just it. I'm done then. No
Hmm.
subscribers, no nothing. Obviously, it wouldn't be like that, but yeah. But on the flip side, it kind of helps me stay consistent because if I knew I
Yeah.
could take breaks, I might be too tempted to take a lot of them. Because
Yeah.
now that I know, right, as long as I can just be consistent with YouTube, which is my main thing, it doesn't mean that I have to be 100% consistent with everything else. As long as I pick my main thing, which I want to focus on, it's like YouTube. It's like, right, it is my job at the end of the day, so I should be showing up. So, yeah, mixed opinions really. It depends on the individual, doesn't it? Like if you feel like you're really getting burnt out and it's really draining you, then maybe it's time to take a break. But I don't think I've ever got to that point where I'm like, I just really need time off. I really need a month off of not doing anything because I actually
Hmm.
like what I do. There's
Hmm.
not, I don't love every single part of it, but I still enjoy it like way more, especially compared to like working at my old job. So whenever I have those days where I'm like, I don't really feel like filming today. I'm like, I just snap myself out of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, all you need to do is just film yourself making a beat today and help some people. Like
Yep.
imagine being back at the office making those calls. So I just imagine myself back at that work, and then I'm like, I've actually got it sweet at the moment. Like, yeah, maybe not every day I'm wanting to be enthusiastic and turn the camera on, but it could be a lot worse.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I definitely hear that. I definitely hear him when he's saying you can be a slave to it because
Hmm.
you're a slave to the algorithm as well, aren't you? Because it's like you might want to make a certain style of beat one day, but then it's like, but this isn't really going to bang on YouTube. Are people even going to watch this? So you end up creating something that you don't really want to create sometimes just to feed the algorithm. So that's when it gets a bit tricky, and that's when it kind of messes with your head a bit, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, I hear
What about
that.
you?
I see his perspective definitely for sure. I don't really feel that if you walk away for a week, 2 weeks, a month, that everything will crumble,
Yeah,
especially if you set a good foundation. But even so, sometimes it is good to take a step back because you'll find you'll have a lot of good realizations. Sometimes when you're too eager, you're too keen, you're too on it, your perspective is a little bit blind.
yeah,
Hmm.
And when you're out of it and you kind of just let go, sometimes things just fall into place. It's like the universe is playing with you sometimes. It's like
yeah,
Hmm.
you try so hard and it's just always moving away from you. But as soon as you're like, oh, all right, fuck it, then it's like, here, take everything. I used to have this feeling with like YouTube videos when I don't get this at all anymore, but let's say 2, 3 years ago, when a video used to do so bad, it would really fuck with me. And I'd almost go into panic mode in my head. But as soon as like there'd literally be times I remember this one specific video, I was so upset the first day. Then the second day I was like, I don't care anymore. Let's just leave it. 3 days
mm,
later, it's like 1 out of 10. And I literally sat there like, how strange is that? I let go and it just fell into place. I'm not going to say it happens all the
yeah,
time, but I definitely feel like sometimes you do just have to let go and just trust. You know what I mean? Have a bit of faith. But I definitely
yeah.
do
That's
hear it with the pressure side of things, especially when he was talking about like you upgrade your lifestyle,
mm-hmm.
you have people working for you, they have to get paid, and then you kind of stress about how is it going to get paid. But he mentioned a great point. It always works out in the end. You always find a way, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's a good point. No, I could definitely relate to a lot of the stuff he was saying. Um, I just I kind of remember what it was like when I first started YouTube and then I first started selling kits and everything.
Hmm.
Everything like I was so hungry at that point, and I didn't have the extra not burden but extra responsibility of like having people to pay because I was editing my own videos, I was doing my own
Yeah.
marketing, my own website and everything. But naturally, as you grow, you do outsource for things, and obviously, like right now, I've got like editors, marketing guys, and it's like everyone's getting paid, and then it does add some extra pressure on you because yeah, if those videos do flop, you're like, fuck, like imagine if something happens to YouTube and YouTube's not the one anymore, and then my videos aren't doing well, and what if people stop buying kits, and like, how am I going to pay these people? How am I going to pay for a house? And it's like,
Hmm.
you do have these little things going on in your head. So I think it sounds like you've worked quite hard to calm your mind a bit and kind of let go.
Honestly, 100%, 100%. Because it's also not, you're not, I remember times where, because I'm so like amped up about my videos, and
Hmm.
sometimes the energy would pass on to other people. Like, I'm pissed off. So now I'm with a girl and she's kind of like, well, how do I deal with this guy in this weird mood? So now her
Yeah,
evening's kind of ruined, and we're meant to have like a nice dinner. Just an example.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
little things like that. It's not really a nice thing.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, that
And
energy is contagious.
yeah, I don't know if it's good to have it's a good motivator for sure to keep you going, and I think there is a way to maintain that kind of motivation for sure, but it can be a very slippery slope if you create something like, let's say, views and stuff to like who you are as a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, definitely.
yeah. I guess it's kind of like with
Have you
everything.
ever had
Like
a week off?
you always hear about like not just in YouTube but in other stuff as well. Like the motivation is going to come and go, but you just need the discipline. Almost like if it like it's like you said, Jay, like it is our job. Like we've wanted to do this in the beginning, so you have to have
Yeah.
that like kind of discipline, even if you don't want to get up and do it. Like same with the gym. If you don't want to go to the gym, you know that you know what the consequences are going to be. Like you know what could potentially
Hmm.
happen. Like with YouTube, if you do take some time off, it could slow like the progress down, or it won't might not kill the channel, but it could, unless you take like I don't know like 6 months off. But yeah, it could slow progress down. But you got to kind of just live with that decision and then just kind of move on. But yeah, at the same time, like Jay said, I think it is. It's just being disciplined, and you know what you have to do. So you just gotta, regardless of how you're feeling, you just gotta kind of go ahead and do it, and just kind of bite your tongue sometimes if you don't. You might have to cancel plans here and there, or you might just have to grind a video out, grind some content out, or grind a beat out, whatever the case may be. But you know you've got to do it, so you just got to kind of do it.
Yeah, it's just like an individual thing, isn't it? Like if
Mm.
someone's really struggling and it's really affecting their mental health, then it's clear that they need a break.
Yeah,
But
Mm.
if we're feeling all right and then we're just thinking, I might just take a week off, it's like, do we actually need a week off? Or are we just
exactly.
trying to
Yeah.
be lazy? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So it really depends on the person and what
yeah,
they're
Yeah.
going through, I think.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I
you do
think
hit
I
those
think if you
points
really
where you
love it
kind of
though, it's almost like,
go on.
oh
Sorry,
no, go
Yoshi.
ahead.
I was just gonna say,
I was just saying if
my bad. You go.
ah,
You
you
go.
go first. You go first for sure.
Okay, I'll go. Right. That was I gonna say. Oh yeah, but I did see a thing on. Um. Oh no, yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say. Yeah, mentally, like if you do feel like proper burned out, like we've all had those like periods, a couple of weeks long, month long, where you just really like videos aren't doing well, stuff isn't going your way. You just like fuck this. Like I'm gonna take a week off. But then like on the flip side, I saw a thing by I think it was McGregor. I was watching the McGregor documentary, and he said like like with the fighting stuff, like winning fights, it doesn't just carry over from fights and training and doing all that stuff. It's like he said, it's literally every little detail in his day. Um like let's say he tells himself he needs to get up at 5 a.m. If he like his alarm goes off and he sees the alarm and he doesn't get up, that's like a small loss. That's like a small uh fraction of time where like your brain's like where you just kind of, I don't know, let yourself go, like in a way. It's not big to most people, but to him, he was like, right, that's a loss
Hmm.
now. And then the next thing, like, is am I eating the right
Yeah.
foods? If like I just has a little snack, like a little flapjack on the side or a brownie, then that's another loss. So he said like every single task and every single thing that he needs to get done in the day, if he slacks on any of them, then that sort of like alters his mentality towards it. And I guess it can kind of carry over to what we're doing with the content stuff. Like you need to make a certain style of video, or like, you need to be making a certain amount of content per week, or sending emails and doing all those little bits. If you go, oh yeah, I'll just reply to that tomorrow, or I'll upload this video
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow, have some more time on it, then yeah, it's just all those little subconscious, little like lazy habits, I guess, and they kind of can build up over time. Yeah. Anyway, rant
No,
over.
Yeah.
100%. I see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. What are you gonna say,
No,
Ocean?
I agree with that. I think you should always maintain your standards because
Yeah,
you kind of if you have standards, that's what you're gonna fall to. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean? But
Mm-hmm.
also, you kind of do have to take a break. Like Conor McGregor is not as much as like his mindset is 100% work, 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 and he does
yeah,
work,
yeah,
work, work. He doesn't train 24/7. Like you have
yeah.
to just rest, especially as a creative as well. Sometimes you just have to. You need an input day. You need to take things in
Mm,
as well, so you can synthesize and create
put it
and
out. Yeah,
produce. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You
yeah, yeah,
gotta
definitely.
Definitely.
let it out too. I think if you really love it though, you won't be lazy. Like obviously, naturally you procrastinate every time, but if we look at like the macro view of things, you're
Hmm.
not gonna be lazy, lazy. Do you know what I mean? You're not gonna be skipping. If you're skipping like 6 months, then that's a madness. Maybe you need to analyze if you really want to do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
that's very
definitely.
true.
But let's say, but also it's very down to the person because let's say you've been producing for 20 years and you decide actually I'm going to take a 6 month break.
Yeah,
Then if we put it into perspective there, that kind of makes sense.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
So it all just
definitely.
depends.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I did
Do
have a
you do
little
you guys
period
struggle
where,
with?
yeah, I did like a little period where I was just before I dropped the first Busker video. I was in that situation, like mentally, I was a bit like kind of depleted and wanted to like make it like switch up the content, but not really knowing what to do. And then I was like, fuck it, let me just. Not intentionally, really. I was just stopped posting for like I think it's like a week or a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I went on that little holiday, met the busker, did the video, and then that one went kind of crazy, like not like went crazy for my channel, and then that was like a new
And you
gives you
let
that
go.
new energy, that new push.
Mm,
Yeah.
that's
So.
interesting. I don't know if I've had a moment like that yet, where I've just kind of let go and
Mm,
seen what happens.
yeah.
Not that I can think of, but sounds like it could be a positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think when you try to control everything, try to control life too much, you don't allow for spontaneity.
Mm,
Mm,
And sometimes good things come from that. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, you become a bit too much like a robot, just getting your tasks done each day.
Like you don't always know what's ahead of you. You can plan and you should have a plan and an idea of what you want in the future, but you can't always dictate exactly how that's going to happen.
yeah.
For example, like let's say I'm a rapper and I want to win a Grammy. All I can do is keep showing up and making songs and songs and songs, but I can't say in 5 years from now, I'm going to create a song that's called blah, blah, blah. And it's going to have these drums and it's going to
Yeah.
work. I don't know the how. I might not have met the person yet who produces that beat for me to make that song,
Yeah,
to who introduces me to the A&R, who signs me to a label, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't necessarily know the path, can plan it and strategize a bit, but that's where you have to kind of just let go and trust. Or
Yeah.
that's the kind of how I'm trying to like think about it these days anyway.
yeah. I guess it's just like as long as you're showing up each day,
Yeah.
then something could happen in the future. There's no like guarantees, but you're gonna increase your chances anyway if you're just showing up.
Yeah. And I mean, in your head, you should still think that, yeah, I'm going to win a Grammy or whatever it
Hmm.
is you're trying to achieve because you need that belief. You need to, it might even sound delusional to people. You need that belief, but
Yeah,
you don't always just know the how.
Yeah.
yeah, no, definitely. Because things like this, especially like creative jobs, that like you said, there's just no clear path. It's not like
Mm,
you take this exam and then you do this internship for 5 years and then you get this. It's just like there's no
yeah.
structure to it, and there's so many different ways to achieve it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
it's like, how can you really plan that?
Yeah. But I
Yeah.
would say as well that people, I feel like some people get that concept like misconstrued with not putting the reps in and not having the discipline. Because how many people do you meet where they want to try something, whether it be music or like a small business or like an e-commerce store or whatever, and they go like they'll make a website, and then they'll be like, yeah, I've done the website, it's live, and then like they don't do anything else. They just let it sit there, hoping that people are just going to come to him. Um,
Yeah.
and then there's like, musicians, like producers that'll make a beat, not even put it out, and they're doing like a couple of steps here and there, and they're just hoping that like the belief and all that kind of comes to them, but there's no strategy in place. So yeah, I think it's important to emphasize the definitely having the belief and the faith that things are going to happen, but then just also being like, right, I do actually need to do something every day to work towards that,
Yeah,
something that's actually tangible, like an actual strategy, an actual way of reaching out to people, a way to grow my audience, having like that discipline and putting those reps in to actually get there, not just put something out and hope for the best. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, especially with artists, because a lot of people do just think they can put out music and then that's it. Because, yeah,
Yeah.
if I was saying, oh, just show up each day, then someone could take that as, well, I'm showing up, I'm making music every day, but no one's listening to it. But
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess you have to be somewhat smart with it as well, some common sense, and like you said, have
yeah,
some sort of goals, but just not
Mm.
getting lost in it too much.
Yeah. Yeah, for
100%.
sure.
It's kind of nuanced. It's like, in theory, yes, but there's also a lot that goes behind it. It's not just as
Yeah.
Yeah.
simple as that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
How do you guys manage to find a balance between work and life then?
My work life balance is not great. I'm not gonna lie about that. But I don't mind that. I like doing what I do.
Yeah.
I try and take a day off every week. And nowadays I'm doing that. I'm doing that more often because by the time it gets to that day, I'm actually quite tired. So I
Hmm.
Mm.
do just want to chill.
What
But
about day by day though? Like when you when it's a work day, for example, are you like just on it constantly, or do you quite like procrastinate, maybe make a bit of music, then scrolling for a bit, and then something else?
some days I do have like that where I procrastinate a little bit too much.
Hmm.
But then when I'm like super on it, then I can work the whole day. I mean I have breaks in between though, where I might
Yeah.
just have some lunch or just sit down for a bit. Because sometimes I do like to step away from the music, so I'm just not hearing it. Like maybe
Yeah.
I produce for like 3 hours, and then I want to step away for a bit just to like hear something different, step away, and then come back and then keep going,
Hmm.
go for a walk or something like that. But I don't really have like the best work life balance, to be honest with you.
What's
What
like
about
your
you guys?
day in terms of like timings? Like, are you working like as soon as you get up working, and then you don't stop until like
Nah,
10 o'clock at night, or what's the day like?
nah. It's not like that. It's okay. Like a proper structured day when I'm really on it. I'll wake up at, let's say, 5:30 or 6. I'll go to the gym, do a workout that lasts like 40 minutes, and I'll walk back. That's like another 40. So I'll get home for like 8, half 8, shower and everything. And then I'd say like I'll work from, let's say, half 8 till 12 or 9 till 12. Then I'll have lunch and then I'll try put in like another shift, 1 till 5. And then I'll maybe have a break. Depends what needs to be done. If I need to really do something, then I'll probably just do like 1 or 2 more hours, not more than that.
Mm.
Because I feel like really and truly, the first 3 hours are my best hours. And after that, my brain is kind of semi fried.
Yeah,
So I try
slows
and do
down a
easier
bit.
tasks after that.
Yeah.
And then in the evening, let's say if I have like 2 or 3 hours left of the day, probably two, then I'm just going to relax. But I don't really, when I say relax, I'm not like going out drinking or anything like that. It's more just might get to bed early, might read, might just see a friend, might just eat some food outside. That's it.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I'll let you go, Jay.
So it probably depends on the day, but for the most part, I get up. I usually try. Yeah, I'm probably similar actually. I was getting up earlier, like a couple months ago. I was getting up at like 6, getting to the gym for 6:30, and starting my day a bit earlier.
Hmm.
And then yeah, my schedule's just changed a little bit now, and I'm just getting up like maybe an hour later. Like this morning, for example, I think I got to the gym at like 8 or something, trained till 9, came back, just had a shower, some food, and I actually started at 10. But I just know if I start at 10, then I'll end up working a little bit later.
Yeah,
But yeah, usually I'll start the day by maybe just like I've got a habit of just like jumping straight to YouTube, and because I've made a coffee, maybe I'll just like watch a quick
Yeah,
video or
hmm,
like just check how my video's done or something like that. I
yeah,
can't just jump like straight into it. I need like half an hour of just actually just kind of waking up. You know what I mean? Just actually kind
yeah,
of, I don't know. I can't just jump straight into making a beat straight away. So yeah, I might spend half an hour just probably procrastinating, man, just watching something, and then depending on the day, like if I'm filming for YouTube, then I'll spend a bit of time just planning out a video, like writing the intro script, like writing anything else that I need to include. Um, because I don't always plan my videos the day before. So sometimes I'm just when I'm on YouTube, I'm just seeing what's trending, seeing what everyone's talking about, and seeing what I could do a video on. And then yeah, I might plan it out for that hour. Um, then start filming, and then if I can get my filming done just before lunch around like 1, yeah, I'll have some food then, come back. I still chop my videos down as well, so I might edit it for like an hour and then send it off to my editor who does all the transitions and stuff.
hmm,
And then after that, depends what depends what I've got on. Like it might just be checking like emails at that point or working on some kit sounds. And then it kind of repeats really. If I'm not filming for YouTube, then yeah, maybe I jump straight to working. Well, in fact, I try and make music as like one of the first things. So I might spend like half an hour procrastinating on YouTube or whatever, listening to some music, and then I'll start cooking up. So either just making some samples or making a beat or two, and then yeah, same thing again. Have some lunch and then come back to like the more boring tasks, I guess.
yeah,
yeah,
So probably it's kind of similar to what you're doing, really. But I
yeah,
definitely have days where I'm procrastinating a lot more than others.
for sure.
But
I actually
mm,
had one of those days, I'd say today. And I noticed it's if I do, if within, let's say, I've just showered and then I'm having a
yeah,
coffee or something, that time period, just as you're sitting at your desk drinking your coffee and then
yeah.
watching a
yeah,
YouTube video, that's what
yeah,
fucks
You
me.
already
Because if
know.
I get into that
Yeah,
loop, yeah, and I go down rabbit holes as well. If I have like an idea and I need to research it and I start watching YouTube videos,
yeah.
I'll do this thing where it's like, okay, by it might be like let's say 8:14, and I'll be like, okay, 8:30 on the dot, I'm gonna stop. Then the video
Yeah,
lingers
same.
over, it's 8:32, and you're like, all right, fuck, let's do 8:40. And then 8:40 comes, you're like, all right, fuck it, let's just do 9. And
Do
I
the
need
exact
to.
same.
That happened today. So every now and
yeah,
again it happens, and I definitely want to cut that out for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I do the exact same thing. I
yeah.
also struggle to. I'm struggling to like focus properly at the moment. I think because this like the studio rooms like in my house, and I try not to take it for granted because obviously it's a sick room to have. But there's a lot of distractions when it's in your house. So my
Mm.
girl works from home a couple days a week. She's also got a sister home from. She lives in Qatar, did I say guitar? Qatar.
Okay.
She lives in Qatar, but she's back here for this week. So there's just a lot of distractions, and then like someone will be knocking on the door to drop a parcel off or something. So as soon as you, let's say, if you're making a beat, as soon as anything happens that kind of takes you out of that zone, it's so hard to get back into it.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Apparently, I think some studies have been done. It can take like 15 minutes to get back into the task that you're trying to get into.
Hmm.
So any of those little distractions that throw you off, all those 15 minutes like add up throughout the day. And I
Yeah.
notice that happens to me a lot. Like even if it's just like my girls will knock on the door and be like, "Oh, do you want a coffee?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I want a coffee, but thanks for that. It's gonna take 15 minutes now." You know what I mean?
Yes, I
Yeah, I
want a
hear that.
coffee, but now you've ruined my workflow. God damn
Yeah.
it.
Or like you can hear now my dog's barking, and I'm like, "What's my dog barking at?" She wants to go outside.
Mm.
Hmm.
Someone's banging on the door or whatever it is. So there's a lot of distractions working from home. So I kind
Yeah.
of part of me wishes that I might have just got somewhere that had even a garden space, because that was going to be my plan. If I got a smaller house, I would have bought or built like a studio in the garden, because then at least when it's in your garden, it's like no one's going to be knocking on that door. You're just kind of left to do what you need to do. There's no distractions there, and then
Mhm.
home's right next door anyway.
Yeah.
But it's what it is now.
Would you
Yeah.
consider it getting a studio?
I've thought about it, but just don't know if it's worth it. Like it would be worth it to concentrate, but at the same time, it's just I don't know if the investment would be worth it, because I'm not trying to run sessions and bring everyone down and start recording people,
Hmm.
and I'm not trying to commute every day. I feel like
Yeah. Oh,
commuting,
yeah.
even if it's
True.
just like half an
Mm.
hour away, still taking that hour out of your day, like half an hour
Yeah.
there and back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not thinking about it at the moment, really.
Hmm.
Do
So
you think
sometimes what
that?
helps as well, I
Sorry, go
like
on,
going to
Ocean.
coffee shops.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's been helping recently.
Yeah, that helps
that's a
massively.
good
I've started
point.
doing that
I
like
might
Monday,
start doing that
Tuesday.
more.
Does help.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's
I'm
like when
just
you
cooking up.
well, it depends what the task is, but I know what you mean, Ocean. Like just being out of your house, and then, I don't know, like just being in a shop with other people there, and there's nothing else to distract you really, apart from drinking your coffee and being on your laptop. But yeah, I know what you mean. Just being in front of the laptop or being somewhere else. I don't know. You just lock in on whatever task you got to do. It's just
Yeah.
so easier not to
For
procrastinate.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that a bit more.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I feel days here where I get here and I'll be like, it's just not happening. So just the switch of environment just definitely helps.
Mm.
Hmm.
Ocean,
I
do you
cook up
think?
at the coffee shop. I like
Yeah.
it.
Do you think when you
What
like
you gonna
obviously you
say?
had the studio in London and now you're working from
Hmm.
home? Do you find it? Did you work better from your studio in London, or do you work, or is it about the same? Like working from home in Thailand, because
I'd
obviously we've
say
got
equally,
yeah,
definitely equally the same because, yeah, no, just definitely equally the same.
Look at his setup. It is his studio. It's the same thing.
yeah, yeah, literally,
Because there
yeah,
being where I was as well, there was a lot of distractions. There would be days where it'd be like, I don't know, I'd just be sitting at my desk and be like, you know what, I just want to go and try on some jeans. And I just go try on some jeans and be like, all right,
It's
cool,
yeah.
Thursday.
fuck it, let me just
Just
buy
trying
it.
on jeans again.
And then it's just a waste of time. Or,
God, this guy
oh, there's
again
this
coming
new
in trying on
restaurant that just
jeans.
opened down the street. Let me try it out. You just give yourself an excuse to just go do anything. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's so many.
yeah. I guess in Piccadilly you got like unlimited clothes shops to go into, different food shops.
I remember one time,
Trying on
uh,
jeans is a random one though.
It's so
I
Now
remember
that I'm
random.
one
thinking
time,
about
yeah.
it, it's like that's his habit. Just can't be beats because I keep trying on
I
jeans.
can't stop trying on jeans.
Nah, listen, yeah, there was this one time I had a sweet tooth and I was sitting in the studio and I was like, fuck it, let me just go buy some sweets. And I walked and it was like 30-minute walk there, bought the sweets, 30-minute walk back. And when I got back, I was like, bro, I just went and spent an hour just to go buy some sweets that I ate in 2 minutes.
Oh
Makes
man,
no
it's easily
sense.
done. It's easily done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like going out for food as well. If you were going out for
Mm,
your lunch, you drive like
Yeah,
half an hour to eat in 5 minutes. Or
yeah,
you spend like an hour cooking at night just to eat in 2 minutes. It's
yeah.
literally.
crazy.
Well, there is that one place. There was a place down the road from the studio, and it did like things like Thai food, not Thai food.
Oh
It's like street
yeah,
food. Oh my
for
god!
like a
Right, so
tenner.
you like a tenner, and you get like this whole thing full of food. They just put so much in there, and it's like that. It's the kind of food where you can just scran the whole thing. But if you eat the whole thing, that's your day ruined, or that's your afternoon ruined, because it just puts you into a coma. So even just like
Yeah.
stuff like that, man, like you just waste an entire day just off of eating too much. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
lie. I definitely feel. I don't know if it's getting older or what, but diet definitely plays a part in how long I can concentrate or just get work done or just be more efficient.
Yeah, definitely.
No, 100%. It's really tough as well because like you can eat clean and you definitely feel more focused. But let's say if you're trying to put on weight, you can eat clean, but you've got to eat so much of that clean food that you're in a slump because you've just eaten loads of
Mm,
it. So it's like you can eat clean and still be in a slump because you're trying to eat so much.
yeah.
I probably find that I'm most focused when I'm just like probably just like eating healthy, getting your protein in, like getting all your vegetables and shit, just like actually getting your nutrients in and drinking a lot of water, but then not eating loads of it as well.
Mm.
Especially with like carbs. I always find if I have like a big carby meal, then I'm just in a slump after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I like to just not eat in the morning and just have a coffee. I feel like that just keeps me fresh. I
Don't
know
you
as soon
train
as
in
I
the
eat
morning
that
though?
first meal, say that again.
Don't you train in the morning though?
Yeah, I train in the morning, but I don't really eat my first meal until like 12, 1.
Mm,
And I feel like it just keeps me kind of, yeah, it keeps me empty. I'm not really too hungry because the coffee, but it just keeps me, I feel like I can just flow a lot easier. As soon as I eat that first meal, I definitely feel like, even if it's healthy, a little bit of an energy dip, and
yeah,
then I can bounce back after a bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong, man. I've got that Eddie Abu diet. I'm eating like 5, 6 eggs every morning with 3 slices of toast.
Mm.
So maybe that's putting me to sleep for the day.
Yeah.
Maybe the toast part.
Yeah. The toast. I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah. Eddie would slap the toast out of my hand.
Yeah.
I meant just the eggs for him.
Has
And
it
a
half
chicken
and
breast
half?
movie.
Half shit and half shit.
Chicken.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you trying to do at the moment? Are you trying to gain weight?
You asking me?
Yeah,
Nah, I'm trying. If anything, I'm just maintaining, but slowly. I'm trying to chisel a little bit for summer, for sure. What summer now?
yeah.
But yeah, just maybe just shred down a little bit more. But I'm not really trying to bulk or anything.
I hear that.
Mm.
You trying to bulk up still?
No, I haven't been trying for a while, man. It was just taking me so many calories. It's getting to like 4,000 calories and still wasn't gaining weight. So I was like, man, I was in a slump every day, man, just because I was
Mm,
eating so much. Like I never take naps, but I was wanting to take naps in the afternoon just because I just felt horrible. So I was like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna focus on actually feeling good. So I still go to the gym just to keep up my strength and everything. I started going on like one run a week as well, just to keep up some fitness. And then when it comes to diet, I'm just trying to eat healthy. I'm not even like thinking about calories or anything. I'm just like, let
yeah,
me just get the nutrients I need and just eat fresh food and not try and limit the shit I eat. But I'm also not just going too hard on myself as well. Like sometimes if I see a muffin or a cookie there, I'm like, fuck it, I'll eat it.
yeah. No, I hear that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you still
So
do
yeah,
runs,
no,
LB?
Nah, not. I haven't done a lot of runs, but it's like tennis season now, so I've been playing a lot of tennis, basketball,
Oh,
and
sick.
then yeah, it's kind of helping though because I bulked for a while, and then well, technically still was bulking like maybe last week, and then I was like started noticing I'm getting a bit of a belly, so like I've got a bit bigger, muscle wise, but I'm putting on a bit of a belly, so I'm trying to pull it back a little bit. I'm going on holiday next in September, I think, so I need to kind of rein it in a little bit for that. Cause I've been eating like not dirty
Mm.
bulk, but I have been eating some shit as well. Like my girl will get like ice cream and stuff in the evenings, and I'm like, oh, go on then, fuck it, I'll have an ice cream as well. So yeah, trying to rein it in at the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like with guys, man, as soon as we try and bulk, it just goes straight to our belly,
Oh,
literally,
yeah.
literally.
straight
So bad.
away. So then you'll start bulking, and it's like, oh, I'm getting a belly. I need to lose some weight, and then you lose weight, and it's like, ah, oh, I'm too skinny. I need to bulk up.
Yeah,
It's been a never-ending cycle for like 10 years.
yeah. I think you just got. I saw a guy talking about it, and he was like, you just got to kind of get through the belly and accept it for like 3 or 4 months, and then go on the cut, and then you would have actually put some muscle on, and then repeat the process, and you just kind of do it over time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I've done maybe one or two bulks, but it always gets to that breaking point where it's like, nah, I just don't like the way how I look, how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like a whale, and then I
Yeah.
just sack off the whole thing. But really, you just really and truly probably should push through it.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I
just
hear
stick to the
that.
plan.
You do feel heavier, like especially if you're doing sport, or like you're going for runs. You feel like just heavier on your feet, and just can't move as well as you used to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, it's all
For
good
me
though.
as well, I feel like it shows in my face. I start getting puffy around the cheeks.
Mm.
Yeah, I think
Plays with
Louis.
yourself as well, doesn't it? Because it's like, I don't know, every time you look at yourself, you're always constantly judging yourself, thinking, like, oh, I'm putting on weight, or I'm looking too skinny, or you're never like fully
Yeah,
satisfied, no matter which direction you take. And the
yeah,
reality is, like, everyone else who sees you just doesn't even care. It's like,
Yeah,
literally.
we want to fill out our t-shirts because we think, oh, when someone sees us, we'll look like we're big, but everyone's worried about their own t-shirts. No
yeah,
one's
Yeah,
giving a
yeah,
fuck.
yeah,
It's so
exactly.
crazy.
I think there's always like that brief period. Maybe it's like 3 weeks long, where like let's say you're bulking, and you start seeing the difference. It's like when you see the difference initially, you're like, oh yeah, sick, I'm making progress. But then yeah, immediately after that, it just plateaus, and you just like, oh god, like I need to make a change. I need to like cut down, or
Yeah.
if you cut in and you start losing weight, you're like, oh sick, I've lost a bit of weight, right? Back to normal now. Eat my normal diet, and then you just put it back on again.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
No.
Right then, boys, it
Cool.
might be a good time to wrap it up.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds good,
Well,
man.
sweet.
All right.
Yeah, man. Appreciate everyone for listening once again. And we should be back to normal now. So hopefully all three of us next week again.
Yep.
Yep. Definitely. Peace.
Much love, everyone.
Perfect.
Peace.
Bye bye.
See you later.